Blazing Saddles went beyond film. Full-blown cultural boom. This crazy Western comedy from 1974 broke boundaries, redefined satire, and angered everyone in the best way. Even die-hard fans missed the secrets behind the chuckles, crazy moments, and memorable remarks. These 25 odd facts will affect how you view this Mel Brooks masterpiece, from peculiar casting and on-set mayhem to the jaw-dropping original finale that never was released. Brace yourself, the truth is wilder and funnier than fiction. Number 25, Casting Dilemma and Surprising Hero. Blazing Saddles' Waco Kid almost didn't appear on screen. Oscar winner Gig Young was cast, but calamity struck on day one. Severe alcohol withdrawal brought him down on stage. The production was in chaos, so Mel Brooks had to move fast. He boldly called Gene Wilder, who agreed to appear without reading the script. Wilder's act was famous. He combined the film's explosive energy with quiet, quirky charm and dry humor. While hilarious, his Waco Kid was unexpectedly insightful and realistic. An unexpected casting emergency created one of comedy's most memorable duos, and Wilder's calm, smart presence helped anchor the film's chaos. It's one of those rare Hollywood moments where everything almost went wrong but worked out. Falling in place. Another strange feature is that it started with terror and ended with huge success. Let's elaborate. Number 24. Studio anxiety to box office success. Blazing Saddles shocked Warner Brothers' top executives in a worst way. The daring, offensive, and politically wrong film startled them. They almost canceled it. But courageous director Mel Brooks wouldn't give up. A live audience test screening was his idea. The next event changed everything. The crowd laughed, especially at the iconic campfire scene, and applauded. The enormous outcry made the studio reconsider. They reluctantly released the film. Cinematic magic ensued. Blazing Saddles broke expectations, became a comedy classic and big money hit. This risky bet became one of Warner Brothers' biggest successes, illustrating that taking chances can pay off. Here's another strange fact. A figure is the secret power underlying laughing. Number 23, Richard Pryor. Blazing Saddles' outrageous comedy was crafted by Richard Pryor, one of America's bravest comedians. Pryor, a co-writer, added wit, frank comments on racism, and raw honesty that stretched limits. Mel Brooks wanted Pryor to play Bart, the black sheriff, but the studio thought he was too risky. The edginess of his reputation worried them. Cleveland Little played the role, adding charm and passion while honoring Pryor. Even though Pryor wasn't on television, his fingerprints were everywhere. His bold, shameless manner made the film strong and funny. He was heard in every daring punchline and awkward reality in the film. Untouched by Pryor. Blazing Saddles wouldn't have challenged racism with such wit. Invisible but unavoidable, his effect was like a hurricane. Explore a bizarre scene that influenced humor forever. Number 22, Campfire. A modest campfire hosted one of the most unexpected and memorable movie moments. Mel Brooks shattered taboos in Blazing Saddles by having a gang of cowboys eating beans let out a chorus of loud, unrepentant farts. It was innovative, not vulgar humor. This was the first major film to purposely use farting sounds for comedy. Brooks amped up the sound effects to make gassy outbursts stand out even amid loud laughter to make viewers laugh and squirm. The result was hilarious. Films routinely sanitized the Old West, so the sequence was more than a comedy. Replaced by messy human reality. It broke taboos and allowed future directors to pursue real humor. The campfire scene made viewers laugh, like it or not. The norms of movie comedy altered forever. Tell me about an unexpected development that confused executives. Number 21. Mind-bending finale. An surprising and bold twist ends the film. The characters suddenly appear on a modern film set. It's like they realize they've been in a movie, breaking the fourth wall and challenging viewers' assumptions. This aggressive, self-aware finale surprised studio officials. Many were confused and wondering how audiences would react. Although the suits were confused, the audience were happy. The surprise added depth and made a typical story a clever critique on storytelling. Critics and fans lauded the film's risk-taking and meta-ending, which made them reconsider the entire film. Not just an ending. A mind game, statement, and surprise. Last act demonstrated filmmakers weren't hesitant to mess with reality, leaving a lasting effect and provoking debates following credits. Do you wonder what the title means? Let's discover meaning beyond your knowledge. 20. Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles may seem like a crazy cowboy spoof title, conjuring images of horses, quick action, and flaming gunfights. But look closely, and the name has a brilliant double meaning that matches the movie's strong style. Blazing indicates bright, swift, and aggressive, like the film's bold humor and fast pace. It confronts prejudice and corruption with outrageous, incisive comedy. Saddles conjures up cowboys, boundless frontiers, and dusty paths. The film mocks genre conventions with crazy, surprising turns instead of taking them seriously. The title is a clever spoof and a loving nod. Like the movie, plenty of daring laughter and new ideas. Let's examine the film's legacy and honor. An incentive for hard work. 19. Enduring legacy and cultural impact. Blazing Saddles has become one of the finest comedies ever created. Its biting comedy and daring sarcasm still make audiences laugh and ponder decades later. Blazing Saddles was ranked 6th on the American Film Institute's 100 Funniest American Movies list in 2000, demonstrating its eternal appeal. Its impact goes beyond laughter. The Library of Congress added the film to the National Film Registry in 2006 due to its cultural and historical significance. This uncommon accolade honors the film for its artistic excellence and its humorous take on societal standards and serious challenges. The landmark picture Blazing Saddles inspires comedians, directors, and audiences alike, proving that great humor can be amusing and important across decades. Let's explore a Hollywood-inspired villain. 18. Hedley Lamarr. Blazing Saddles' pompous, scheming villain Hedley Lamarr wasn't a creation. His real-life Hollywood executive counterpart was known for taking credit. This clever spoof of Hollywood business power-hungry figures made Lamarr's pompousness amusing and relatable. To the informed. The film's Hedley Lamarr joke caused controversy when Hedy Lamarr sued the creators for using a similar name. The dispute was settled, but Mel Brooks' quip, "It's Hedley, not Hedy," made the drama funny. This clever move eased tension and became a regular gag. The character blends Hollywood politics, satire, and humor well, transforming a legal issue into a film highlight. Another strange cinematic truth comes from an unintentional straight man, a figure to watch. Number 17. Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens, a veteran Western performer, gave one of his best performances without a joke. He took his role seriously, acting like he was in a dramatic cowboy film rather than a crazy comedy. That's what made him funny. Pickens wasn't joking. He had no idea he was in a comedy. However, his deadpan delivery and real reactions made the movie's absurd scenes funnier. By being loyal to his character and not playing for laughs, Pickens became the perfect straight guy, the center of the chaos. He showed how ludicrous everything was with his honest performance. This juxtaposition between his honesty and the lunacy made the humor stand out. Instead than taking center stage, Pickens gave viewers something tangible to cling onto during the mayhem. Ironically, Slim Pickens' absence improved the comedy. Let's explore another strange fact about Blazing Saddles, a wonderful parody with a serious message. Number 16. Satire with a serious message. Blazing Saddles is a fantastic comedy that tackles bigotry and prejudice with humor. A black sheriff leads a community full of racists in the film, a risky move. Blazing Saddles exposes racism's ridiculousness with powerful humor and satire. It addresses sensitive topics with wit and strong language. Not to insult, but to show bigotry's impact. This irreverent comedy addresses injustice, forcing viewers to face hard facts. Its boldness has made it a pioneering work that entertains and educates. The film's combination of fun and a profound message about tolerance and justice reminds people to fight prejudice in every period. This movie's bizarre musical twist is another oddity. Let's examine. Number 15. An absurd musical twist. Once you believe the movie has reached its craziest point, it twists the script unexpectedly. A melodic explosion floods the screen. Dom DeLuise enters unexpectedly, dressed to the nines and diving into an over-the-top performance that feels like a fever dream. In a chaotic and funny moment, he sings, dances, and breaks the story's illusion by speaking straight to the audience. It makes viewers blink in disbelief, wondering, did it really happen? The iconic director Mel Brooks desired that. Brooks persisted over studio opposition. He wants to end the picture crazy. The result? A ridiculous, surprising ending that's unforgettable. Brooks showed us that comedy doesn't have to be conventional by ending the film with absurdity on high. Sometimes it's best not to. His bold, rule-breaking attitude boosted the film's frantic energy and made it a comedic classic that celebrates the unexpected. Challenges you to keep up. Blazing Saddles fans will never forget Gene Wilder's stunning maneuver. Let's elaborate. Number 14, Consecutive Game. How Gene Wilder portrayed the Waco Kid in Blazing Saddles was brilliant. Wilder contrasted with the film's chaotic world's loud, exaggerated vitality. He played his part with peaceful, sleepy eyes and a ghostly vibe. It was strategy, not just acting. By performing quietly, Wilder created a strong contrast to the chaos around him. That calm, haunted tone made the Waco Kid sound like a man who had seen too much, giving him unexpected depth as a humorous sidekick. His stillness, pauses, and mild sarcasm made outrageous moments funny and the character memorable. Wilder was quiet in a slapstick and satire flick. Audiences heard his whisper. His unconventional technique made his comedy film performance legendary. It proves that sometimes doing less and letting the universe whirl is the bravest move. Wilder's Waco Kid shows that understatement may steal the stage. The movie's explosion almost caused a calamity, which many found odd. Go into depth. Number 13, Explosives Near Miss. When filming a high-stakes sequence with a toll booth explosion, the crew had a harrowing moment that could have ended in disaster. The explosion, scheduled to go off after the performers left, was unintentionally ignited too early, seconds from hurting cast and crew. A near miss on set raised heart rates and let crew workers realize how close they were to calamity. Despite no injuries, the incident showed the dangers of practical effects and the mayhem of action scenes. It symbolized the film's wild, unpredictable spirit, where fiction and true danger mingled. Safety protocols were reviewed and tightened after the event. But the memory persisted. A stark reminder that filmmaking's most explosive moments aren't always scripted and that cinematic magic has real-life hazards. Movie's victorious release? Let's investigate this oddity. 12. Blazing Saddles' victorious release. Warner Brothers doubted Blazing Saddles before its success. The film's daring and irreverent humor scared studio officials about audience acceptance. Some executives considered canceling the film after mixed reviews in test screenings. The film was unlikely to be a hit. Then something unexpected happened. Blazing Saddles was released in a few cities by Warner Brothers as a test. A passionate crowd adored the film's keen wit and bold comedy, to everyone's delight. Strong local reception convinced the studio to expand. The bet paid out big. One of Warner Brothers' most profitable films, Blazing Saddles earned approximately $120 million on a small budget. What began as a hazardous, uncertain undertaking became a groundbreaking comedic classic that changed film history. Another strange truth is what surrounds the film's director, a multi-faced comedic icon. Get into the specifics. Number 11, Mel Brooks. Comedy great Mel Brooks can wear many hats, physically and figuratively. In some of his most famous films, he directed, wrote, and played drastically different characters. Mel Brooks played a dumb governor and a Yiddish-speaking Native American chief in Blazing Saddles, demonstrating his fearless, scathing comedy. He freely mocked politicians, power, and his own heritage without being nasty. Brooks' versatility showed his comedic talent and made his flicks innovative and unpredictable. He showed that humor could be intelligent, critical, and adventurous with his crisp balance of wit and irreverence. Brooks' strong characters and cutting sarcasm made his films joyful, thought-provoking carnivals of laughter and social reflection. The series failed despite being a popular film. Get into the specifics. 10. A failed comedy adaptation. Not all big-screen ideas work on TV. The film was almost made into a TV series called Black Bart. The Black Bart TV adaptation tried to capture the film's charm and humor but failed. Without originality, wit, and enthusiasm, the show failed to engage viewers. The pilot aired once, disappointing critics, and slipped into obscurity. With poor scripting and no passionate fan base, the series failed to recreate the movie's charm. The attempt to copy a great was forgotten, illustrating that success doesn't always repeat. Beyond the series' failure, Blazing Saddles nearly failed at the studio. Check out how and why. Title IX nearly failed. The film company initially disliked Blazing Saddles. The name seemed too wild or improper for them. The term seemed daring or startling for a film they intended to market broadly. The studio wanted a safer, less daring title. They thought the odd moniker would confuse or deter audiences. However, picture creator and director Mel Brooks persisted. He strongly believed Blazing Saddles was the right title. He thought the title said everything about the film: sharp humor, aggressiveness, and nonchalance. Typical of the picture, the title was witty, amusing, and mischievous. Brooks thought modifying it would dilute the film's character. Brooks persuaded the studio to preserve the original title. That choice made the picture a comedic classic. One of the film's main characters made a big contribution. Number 8. Frankie Lane's unintentional help. The film's title song's Frankie Lane role is intriguing and unexpected. Lane, known for his powerful, emotional singing, took the song seriously, forgetting that Blazing Saddles was a comedy. Frankie Lane thought he was singing a serious Western ballad, but the film's outrageous comedy made his earnest, dramatic delivery laughable. As the straight man in a parody universe, his performance was immensely funny. Lane's accidental seriousness brought a new, memorable depth to the humor, illustrating that the biggest laughs come from people who don't know the joke. His surprise role made the film memorable. Blazing Saddles' success has led some to wonder if a similar picture might be done today. Look for the response to number 7, a film that couldn't be made today. Mel Brooks' classic comedy Blazing Saddles is lauded for its raw humor and incisive satire. However, Brooks admits that creating this film now is practically impossible. Blazing Saddles' outspoken comedy and uncensored views on race, politics, and social issues would undoubtedly draw criticism today. It was innovative, but today's sensitive, politically correct culture conflicts with its edgy, boundary-pushing approach. Its daring handling of forbidden issues, which made it a cult favorite, would now hamper its acceptance, funding, or release. Today's entertainment industry's sensitivity requirements make such a film practically impossible. This shows how much society's opinions on comedy and speech have changed throughout time. Learn how the film made viewers laugh. Number 6. Uncontrollable laughter. The cast and crew struggled to remain serious during filming. Unexpected bursts of laughing made it nearly impossible to stay in character. The jokes and amusing moments on site made even the most concentrated actors and crew giggle. This uncontrollable laughter required reshooting scenes as everyone tried to calm down. Set joy demonstrated how effective and infectious the film's humor was. No one could resist its attraction. These behind-the-scenes laughs showed everyone was having fun, adding enchantment to the production. Not just the crowd laughed at the narrative. The cast and crew enjoyed it every day on set. The frequent laughter made filming unforgettable and gave the project a distinct vitality that shines through on screen. Find another oddity. 5th, Duke approval. John Wayne, the Duke, made a brief cameo in the picture. He graciously declined the offer, fearing that even a modest role would damage his heroic reputation from his career. Wayne nevertheless liked the movie's story and production. He expressed his admiration for the film and vowed to view it first when it was released. This reaction from a legendary figure proved how universally appealing and significant the film was, even among non-participants. His response gave the film an unexpected prestige, leaving fans and critics wondering what had impressed the renowned performers. The Duke's seal of approval showed the film's ability to connect with people on and off screen and hinted at its timeless qualities. It seemed odd that the picture didn't win an Oscar. What happened? How does this impact the film? Find out. Number 4, Oscar snubs and legacy. The picture garnered only 3 Academy Award nominations and didn't win any, despite being a worldwide smash. Given how beloved and culturally impactful the movie was, this felt like a tremendous injustice to many. However, film genius Mel Brooks looked back upon the rebuff with comedy and pride years later. He quipped that they never got gilded statues, but they got lasting laughs. Brooks' genuine joy was hearing people laugh at the film, quote its lines, and pass it on to younger generations. He believed that joy was stronger than any award. Greatness is the power to make people laugh for decades, he remarked. Awards fade. The film proved its worth without an Oscar. It was already immortalized by admirers. Share a shocking scene that shook the world. The horse punch that stunned the globe was number 3. The scene in Blazing Saddles where the huge, dim-witted Mungo marches into town and punches a horse in the face, knocking it out, is one of the most memorable. The shocking scene left viewers startled and giggling. The stunned horse scene brazenly announced Blazing Saddles' defiance. Criticize hallowed Western tropes and discuss taboo themes. Mel Brooks clarified. This absurd comedy could rewrite satire's rules and make audiences laugh. Did Blazing Saddles face government approval issues? Let's examine his creative freedom struggle. Number 2. Fighting censors. Censors opposed Mel Brooks daring comedy and controversial subjects when he started making his film. Many requested him to tone down the language and delete inflammatory content. No, Brooks wouldn't. He feared cutting the script would sap the film's sincerity, power, and purpose. For him, frank language and merciless mockery were more than simply fun. They were crucial to exposing society's shortcomings. Brooks resisted pressure with passion and fury. His dedication to authenticity kept the film's bite and message. His refusal to censor the story made the picture stand out as a daring, unadulterated production that said what others wouldn't. Let's examine one of Blazing Saddles' successes despite its difficulties. First, with audible farts. The groundbreaking Blazing Saddles campfire sequence, where a number of cowboys hilariously explode from too much beans, was a film milestone. It was the first major film to publicly depict flatulence, yes, loud, unabashed farting, and spectators couldn't stop laughing. With surprising daring and inimitable comedy, it broke a cinematic taboo. In an interview with Collider, Cowboy Lyle actor Burton Gilliam described how difficult the scene was to shoot. "You started losing. To keep the scene off camera, we had to call up extras." How do you feel about Blazing Saddles and its oddities? We want to hear your comments below. Remember to like and subscribe.